What's going on, everybody? It's your man Gamecock Chuck coming to you today. Hey, before we get started, I need you to help me out, do a couple things for me. First and foremost, I need you to watch this video for the duration. Matter of fact, watch all my videos, if you will, to the whole video. Also, I need you, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Help me grow my channel to where I want it to be. Especially if you're a Gamecock fan, man. That's all I put on here, man. It's just Gamecock content for the most part. So if you will, subscribe to my channel. Also, do me a favor and like this video. Hit the notification bell to get notified when I put future content out there. And also leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about the channel, about the topic, whatever it is. Just let me know. Today we're going to talk about, can Shane Beamer top what Steve Spurrier did during his time in Columbia with the Gamecocks? When I look at it, they're kind of similar in some aspects, not all. I know Steve Spurrier is a legendary Hall of Fame coach and everything, and Shane Beamer is just starting out his first year. But if you look at it from the football team side of it, both coaches inherited mediocre teams. Spurrier, he had a few pieces to work with on offense and defense. He had Sidney Rice, Noah Whiteside, Blake Mitchell, Kenny McKinley on offense. He had Jonathan Joseph and a couple other players on defense. Coach Simpson, people like that he had to build around. Same thing with Shane Beamer. He's got a couple on offense. Kevin Harris, Marshawn Lloyd, Luke Doty, his quarterback. And also on defense, defensive line is stacked. The secondary is suspect, unproven right now, to be honest with you. Not a whole lot of experience on the secondary side. But when I look at it, I think at it and I was like, well, since they're both coming into like a similar situation, what will Shane Beamer's legacy be by the time he leaves Columbia, South Carolina, however long it lasts? If it lasts as long as Spurrier, shorter than Spurrier, whatever the case may be, can he do better than what Spurrier did while he was at South Carolina? And when I look at it, Spurrier was there, from what they said, 11 years. But for most Gamecock fans, and if you look at it realistically, he was only there for 10 and a half years because he quit on the team. He gave up, halfway during the 2015 season. So to me, I only count him 10 and a half years. During his time there, he has the winningest record for a head coach at South Carolina with 86 wins and 49 losses. First season, he went 7-5 with, like I said, with a mediocre team. He ended up going 7-5 his first season at the helm at South Carolina. Every year he was there up until the half the season that he quit on, he had the Carolina football team bowl eligible every year. Now, they didn't go to the bowl every year because in 2007, for some reason, they were left out of the bowl, any bowl pick. So they didn't even get an opportunity to go to a bowl that year. So, but, like I said, he did great while he was there. And it took him 5 years, roughly about 5 to 6 years, to build a program to where he wanted it to be. He was the only coach to lead South Carolina to three consecutive 11-win seasons. And he did that from 2011 to 2013, during the prime when he had Jadeveon Clowney and Alshon Jeffrey and Stephon Gilmore, Connor Shaw, all them guys, That's when everything was clicking. He didn't have his fun and gun offense like he did at Florida, but he adapted to the change of, a read option kind of quarterbacking system. So he adapted to the evolution of football. So, and he also, another thing he's done that South Carolina hasn't done is he helped them lead them to the first ever Southeastern Conference Eastern Division champion in 2010. So, he did good while he was there. He had a lot of good accomplishments. He has a 5-4 bowl record at South Carolina with 2 Capital One Bowl wins and an Outback Bowl win. to his resume while he's at South Carolina. Yeah, I know he didn't win a national championship or an SEC championship, but that's just the nature of the business. It just wasn't in the cards for him, So, there was these years where, maybe if it was a playoff or whatever, maybe, if there was like a 14 playoff, we may have made it. Who knows? But, that's neither here nor there. But when I look at Shane Beamer coming in, this is his first official head coaching job. He's never coached as a head coach in collegiate NFL or anything. And yes, he inherited a dumpster fire by freaking Muschamp and all his goons that he had there, So, but he does have some talent to grow. And right now, he is saying everything that sounds good out there. Everything he's saying sounds real good. He's putting a good pitch out there to the fans. Got the fans excited. It's probably the most excited these fans have been. The Gamecock fans have been since probably the Spurrier days. We haven't had a whole lot to cheer about, a whole lot to be excited about. But right now, Shane Beamer has the Gamecock Nation buzzing, excited, however you want to say it. He's got them pumped up and ready to go. He's even got analysts talking, maybe they got something cooking in South Carolina. Who knows? But like I said, he's coming into a bad situation, a situation where, he had transfers, people leaving the program because they didn't want to play, didn't want to stay at South Carolina for whatever reason. He had a couple defensive backs drafted in the NFL, so you can't really fault them there because, they got to look out for them and their family and, the best interest for them. So you can't really fault them there. So, it is what it is. But right now, Shane Beamer is killing it on the recruiting trail. And, right now he's not going to get all the top talent out there, and he's not going to really win the state the first year. But, as far as getting the talent in the recruiting field, but I think just judging by what I'm hearing from him and the way he talks and the way he exudes confidence and the way he's wanting to build a program the right way, it has me excited, man. I mean, I think we're headed in the right direction there, and I think before too long we're going to start getting the top recruits in the state of South Carolina. We're going to start going out of state, getting some top recruits there. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like that's the direction we're headed in. And if you think about it, if you listen to the SEC Media Day talk and any interview that Shane Beamer's done, you can actually draw a comparison to another coach, that's actually turned the program around and has it going in the right direction and has won a couple national championships, and that's Dabo Swinney. I mean, when he come in, that's what he was driving, family, loyalty, dedication, all these principles and all these characteristics that make a good football team, man. That's the way he instilled and driven in the direction he has driven his program up there in Clemson. So I think if you look at some of Shane Beamer's comments and some of his press conferences, you say, yeah, that's similar to the way Dabo when he come in. So I'm really excited to see what he can do. Now the question is, can he do better than a Spurrier? I don't know. I mean, another thing Spurrier did, he beat Clemson 5 years in a row. No other coach has ever done that. Can Shane Beamer get us there? Only time will tell. I wish I could see into the future and let you know, but hey, that's just what it is. So hopefully, within the next couple of years, Shane Beamer can have us going in the right direction, and it may take 3 or 4 years, 5 years like it is Spurrier to get us headed back where we need to be, back in the national spotlight, on the stage with some of the bigger name programs out there competing for titles, competing for, SEC titles or possibly a playoff or a national championship or whatever the case may be. And if that's the case, if he can do that, then yeah, he would have done a lot more for Gamecock Nation than Spurrier ever did. So I look forward to hearing your thoughts on this. And if you will, hey, like I said before, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, hit the notification button so you can see future content that I put out there about the Gamecocks. And also drop a comment below just to let me know what you think on this video. Until next time, welcome home, Coach Beamer. Shane Train 2021. Let's go.